Hello, Waukesha West High School. It's Mr. Miller here to talk to you about something I know a lot of you are looking for more information on, and that is the TREC program. The TREC program is a program here at Waukesha West where you, the learner, can ultimately decide what it is you want to learn and how you want to demonstrate that learning. It is offered for an elective credit. In the end, we ask three essential questions. What is it that you want to learn? How are you going to learn it? And what are you going to do to demonstrate all that you have learned? For those of you that are not sure where the TREC room is, it is located right outside the library, right next to the Cardinal Cafe, a product of the TREC environment. The very first step in the TREC process is coming up with a researchable question that will drive what your product will eventually be. Here's some examples.
My research question is, what does it take to run a successful business?
And my research question was, how can I create a high-quality short film through researching, filming, lighting, sound, and editing techniques?
My essential question was, what is schizophrenia and how does it affect people?
So my question is, how do I become a cosmetologist?
How can I create an effective video series instructing others on how to successfully throw on the potter's wheel?
I did my presentation on marine life and how we as humans are affecting it.
My big question was in video production. How can I become a professional video editor?
How do I leave a lasting impact on people?
Can I make photography into a financially stable career?
Once you've determined what your researchable question is, there's a significant amount of time given to you to research your question. Now, certainly you can use traditional sources of research such as these.
My textual sources came from YouTube and articles online.
Really though, what makes the research process in the TREC experience a little different is that we want you, the learner, to connect with adults who are in the industry that you are researching. We call these people live sources. Again, here are some examples.
Some live sources that I used were psychologists around the community, two of which worked at the Children's Hospital of Wisconsin and one worked at Cornerstone Counseling Services in Waukesha.
Some of the live sources that I got in contact with was Benjamin Husner from the DNR.
I also got in contact with the school district's environmental sciences supervisor.
We took a field trip to the Capitol, which was one of the highlights of this semester for sure, where I actually got to talk to someone who's in this political position, who is Representative Scott Allen, and that's our group with him.
He told me I was thinking way too broad, so he gave me some key tips such as vocab words and different processes about shared creation to help me get on the right track.
I met a fellow hard of hearing individual working as a cosmetologist, which is, her name is Kalia Martin Wold.
In the end, you have to create a product that demonstrates all that you've learned based on your research. What that product is really up to you and what your purpose for the learning objectives are. Here are some examples of products from this last semester.
And this is the journey of Cardinal Holmes Cafe.
My final product was a short film.
So this is what my website looks like.
And then the final product, I posted 4 videos all on YouTube.
And so my final project was kind of an outline for advisory classes.
Then I created an informational presentation about the production of shirts, which is steps you would have to go through to create a shirt.
Basically, it's a public service announcement on texting and driving. It has to be 30 seconds or less.
The final product was creating the video series. I have 3 videos out and the length is around 4 minutes each.
And I created a photography portfolio.
And once your research is done, once your product is created, it is up to you, the learner, to demonstrate all that you've learned in a public display of your learning by giving a presentation to the adults and to all the other students in the TREC program. So for those of you that are looking for an alternative way to earn an elective credit, maybe you want to think about signing up for TREC next year. Maybe there's a hobby or a personal interest that you have outside of school. There's very easily a way that you can earn high school credit for pursuing that interest, or maybe you want to take some learning you've done in another class to a whole nother level. Then I think TREC would be for you. As you can see, we have seats open for you. So talk to your counselors if you have any questions. You can ask me, Mr. Miller, or you can ask Mr. Agdarski, Mrs. Acker, or you can talk to Mrs. Abruzzo or Mr. Pat. All of us would be happy to give you more information about TREC. Regardless of what you decide, we know you'll take good care of your own education, and if we see you next year, just remember, TREC, your journey begins here.